So here is the helmet, and I will now show you how to do the visor. Now, just letting you know, I'm going to tell you straight out, my visors will probably not fit most other people's helmets, because they barely fit mine. I've got gaps in the bottom that I need to paint black, little bits of chips and that, but because what it does, my helmet actually, it was pretty much made from a pot, and as I will try, okay, so this is basically the vacuum form buck. So that's the vacuum form buck, and it was made from basically a pot, and I bondoed the inside of the pot to get a really smooth surface, and then I etched out the thing. Then yeah, so this thing is actually just the right height for my helmet, and it probably won't fit any other helmets, because if you actually see that, it actually bows down at the bottom, so there's really not that extra space, as I will show you from the inside. So as you can see, where it bows, it's just here, just at the bottom. Wait for the camera to focus if it ever does. It's a bit better. So basically, yeah, it bows down right there, and if I show you, if you actually look up in the top here, that's at the very top of the helmet. It's at the very top. I've only got maybe a centimeter, half a centimeter of extra space. So yeah, my visor probably will not fit any other helmets that probably people are asking me for. So yeah, I'm sorry guys, but my visors will probably only fit my helmets, since they were made for my helmets. Yeah, but if you want later down the track, once I get some more plastic and do them, you can try it out, but it's at your expense. So let's get on with it. So the way I'm going to be doing this, first thing I will be doing is I will be covering the whole outside like I did with this old bubble visor that I was going to originally use, with hexagons. Now, the way these were made, you can either get a stencil and put it on the outside, which will be a hell of a lot more easier, or you can grab some tape, lay it down, then you can grab a piece of paper with this hexagon stencil on top of it and glue it on top of the tape. Cut each individual hexagon out, and yeah, so as you can see, since they're all cut out, you can see that they're not perfect. They're all different shapes. I bet you'll find one that's exactly the same. So they're all different. So yeah, because I decided to do the $2 way, decided to do it myself. But you know what? It looks alright, because it's only a very light coat, so you won't really notice it. So yeah. So this is what you'll be doing. So right now I'll be picking every little sticker off this visor and putting it all over this helmet, as you will see in a few hours. Guys, so here's just showing you how I do it. So I'm currently picked off some of it, but the first thing I do is actually get a piece of paper and I just lightly tape it to the sides just to create a line, just so I can get it all straight. And then I start working my way from the middle, because that's how most people are going to see it first, is head on. So I start working my way from the middle and just expand, make my way, go onto the helmet. So I'm going to start this side, then do the other. After many hours of taking the hexagons off this, I put on here. So as you can see, there's hexagons all over, because that was actually the paper stencil that I used and glued on top of the duct tape or packing tape. So yeah, they're just coming off. So yeah, so I've gone up basically, all the way up to the edge. I will be fading it into, so I just noticed how big of a gap it is there. So the padding is hot glued in, so really easy to get on and off. It's quite comfortable, but I do have to admit, some of the weight caused by the batteries or whatever, the front, does allow this to rest on your chin sometimes. But so what I end up doing, I end up propping underneath the front a bit. I can't really lift it up that much because the hot glue is probably around to there. I didn't want to hot glue it right to the edge because otherwise you might have trouble getting those batteries out. So and also the fans will obstruct, so when your head's pushed in down, it might push back. So and you probably realise you can't get to those batteries, but I didn't end up gluing almost the bottom of it, and you can see you can still grab the batteries from there, just pull from behind and they lift out. So now the hard part is figuring out which side goes which. So yeah, and they just go in there, so it's pretty good. And the switches are really light because they're really like concealed. You can't really notice them that much. You won't really notice them. So yeah, they're well placed, and yeah, looks pretty good. So right now I'll be I wanted to put the padding in there first before I chrome, because the reason why, because I didn't want the padding to rub off the chrome while I install it. So right now it's just a simple job of just spraying the inside with Alclad, then spraying the outside. But what I have to do, watch out for, since the the padding's in, is dust and hair getting on the visor. So I have to give it a good clean before I put a layer of Alclad on it. So right now I'll be spraying. I just did the inside of the visor. I didn't really want to show you that video of me doing the inside because it's basically just me getting in the way the whole time. So out of a full bottle I've used probably about that, like a very small amount. So right now I've got to do a light coat on the outside. Yeah, but I'll just show you the inside, and it's in the light it looks like that. Because the light, since the metallic in the paint is reflecting off the light, it makes it pretty metallic. But yeah, once you go inside of it, it's suggested you wear the helmet during the day. But so see if no, it's focusing too much on the hexagons. So yeah, I'll be back once I've got the light coat on the outside, and I'll show you the inside view. So I'll be back. I just did the light coat over it, as you can sort of see. So yeah, that's basically as much as I want to do it. I don't want to do it anymore. Not enough that it stands out too much, but enough that you can see it from probably about this far. So yeah, as you can see, it's very light coat. I tried to fade it in, and I got a little bit on these sides, but since Alclad, I airbrushed it on, I can just clean it off with a bit of just a wet piece of tissue paper and just wipe off the excess around the side. Now, it is recommended for anything you're chroming that you leave it for a few days to fully cure. And so right now I've only got a few days till Halloween, so unfortunately it won't be fully cured, because I think you got to wait at least 10 days just so it's at its full. Guys, I ripped off some of the hex, and as you can see, it's looking pretty sexy. So here is the Halo 4 helmet, well 5 helmet now. You can see the honeycomb, it's come quite good on it. I did it enough that you can see it. So for the crappy lighting, I'll show you some pics at the end of this video showing what it looks like in actually some good light. But all in all, I think it's a pretty successful project. Back when the Halo trailer came out, I always wanted to do this visor, and I believe it has come out perfect. Back when the Halo 5 trailer came out, I stopped work on this, which I already had done with a crack in it, and I decided to invest in a buck, in a vacuum form machine, and all the other bits to actually make a helmet that will suit. So I believe now I think I am the first one to do a Halo 5 helmet. So this is just, I'll do a better overview, but this is just a tutorial on how you do the visor.